Guys, it's me, Jaden, and today I will be making a Yu-Gi-Oh video. The deck that I'll be describing today is a deck that I've had for a couple months, and I've won in an intermediate tournament. I haven't tried it in advance, so I will leave that in the comment section when I've tried it in advance and let you guys know how it does. So, what we want to start off with is 3 Red Eyes Black Dragons. Then you want to go to 3 Black Metal Dragons, because their effect is that they can be equipped from your hand or your side of the field to another Red Eyes Black Dragon that you control, or Red Eyes monster that you control, and it gains an extra 600 attack. And when it's sent to the graveyard, you can look for a Red Eyes card, and I will tell you what cards that I would look for after I am done with this. So, then we want to go to Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. This card is pretty good. You can banish another dragon type monster to get onto the field. And what I usually do is either banish my Black Metal Dragon or a level 4 or lower dragon type that's not really useful to me during that time. And it can also special summon once per turn any dragon type monster from your hand or graveyard. Red Eyes Archfeind of Lightning. This card is good as long as you keep it as a normal monster, and just in case, it has the effect where it can destroy all face-up monsters that your opponent controls with defense lower than this card's attack. That doesn't mean, like, if the defense of one monster is 25, since this card has 25, then it wouldn't be able to destroy it, because it has to be lower. Not exactly. So then you can either keep it as a normal or as in effect, so either one is good. Then there's Red Eyes Wyvern, one of the dragon types that I would banish with the Red Eyes Metal Dragon's effect. Darkness Metal Dragon's effect. And then it says that during the end phase, if you did not normal summon or set a monster this turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 Red Eyes monster from your graveyard, except Red Eyes Black Chick. I do not have a Red Eyes Black Chicken this deck. I'll look at its effect one day, but for right now I don't have it. So pretty much that's good for if you're not that well on getting a monsters, and plus if you have tons of Red Eyes Black Dragons in your graveyard, then that's a good one too. So, Malefic Red Eyes Black Dragon. A couple people were telling me that it's not that good of a card to have in a deck, but I found some use for it. So you have to have a field spell first off to even have it on the field. Either that or it's destroyed. And other monsters that you control cannot attack. But if you can get Dark Resonator, that I will be showing you later in the video, then this card in Dark Resonator can synchro summon the Corrupted Nether Soul Dragon. And I will be showing you that later too. You also have to banish a Red Eyes Black Dragon from your deck to special summon it, which I found actually a little bit useful. And there's also a trap card that can get that back from the banish zone. Okay, next off is Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. You must tribute 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon on your side of the field to special summon this card, because it cannot be null tribute summoned. And plus, the good thing about it is that when it tributes one Red Eyes Black Dragon, there's a couple cards that I will be showing you later that can get that back, and plus it gets itself already an extra 300 attack points for each dragon type monster in your graveyard. So since it's already tributing that Red Eyes Black Dragon, it's pretty much already gaining 300. Unless you know there's a spell card called Dimensional Fissure that's on your opponent's side of the field or your side. But we don't have that. Well, I do, but it's in my binder. I didn't put it in my deck. Then you want to summon Skulls because of its effect down there. It's not really an effect monster. It just says that this card is always treated as an archfeind card. I wonder why they didn't call it Summoned Archfiend Skull or Archfiend Summoned Skull. Something like that. Then we have Keeper of the Shrine. This one is actually a little bit continuous, as long as you don't break anything in it, because this card is treated as 2 tributes, good for getting out Red Eyes Black Dragon. And while this card is in your hand or graveyard, if a face-up dragon type monster on your field except Keeper of the Shrine is sent to the graveyard by card effect or because it was destroyed by battle, you can special summon this card. If that monster sent to the graveyard is a normal monster, say Red Eyes Black Dragon, you can add 1 dragon type monster, Red Eyes Black Dragon, normal monster, from your graveyard to your hand, and you can only use this effect once per turn. But when it goes to the graveyard, you could just... Wait, now. When the normal monster goes back to your hand and this is on the field, you could just keep tributing, gain back Red Eyes Black Dragon. If it's destroyed, goes to the graveyard, put this back onto the field, and then that goes to your field, and then it just keeps continuing, which is actually pretty useful. Alright, so then there are 3 Dark Resonators. These ones cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn, so I found that pretty useful. And if this can stay on the field for 1 more turn, then you could just put it in defense from attack position to defense. That way you can still use the effect and not take any damage points. And plus it's really good for with that Malefic Red Eyes Black Dragon. That way it's not stopping you. Okay, next we will be moving on to the spells. Okay, so you want 2 Red Eyes Fusions. What they do is that you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster that lists a Red Eyes monster as material from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand, deck, or your side of the field, which is pretty useful. What I usually do is get, if there's a Red Eyes Black Dragon in my hand and I'm still missing Summon Skull, or if it's the other way around, say Summon Skull is in my hand and I don't have Red Eyes Black Dragon, then I could just get Summon Skull or Red Eyes Black Dragon from my hand, and then Summon Skull or Red Eyes Black Dragon from my deck, and then Fusion Summon. You can only use this card once per, activate this card once per turn. And then you want 2 Polymerizations, just in case you don't have the Red Eyes Fusions. That way you could just either do it from your hand or field. We all know this one, so. Then there's Red Eyes, or cards of the Red Stone. And you send a Red Eyes monster, Red Eyes Black Dragon, if you want, from your hand to the graveyard and draw 2 cards. And then you can send send 1 more level 7 Red Eyes monster from your deck to the graveyard, which is pretty useful for with Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, where it could just bring that back onto the field. Or there are other cards that can also bring that Red Eyes Black Dragon, those Red Eyes Black Dragons back to the field. And then, a moment. And then we have Star Changer. This one's really good for when you have Dark Resonator and another monster and you're trying to get a specific one, but it's one level lower. So I just use this to either increase or reduce its level. That way I can synchro summon. Say that you have Dark Resonator, which is a level 3, and Red Eyes Wyvern on the field. And you want to synchro summon a monster that's rank, or level 8. You just use this and then, boom. Just target one of those two monsters and then all you have to do is synchro summon after that. We all know this one, MST. I just put it in my deck because I thought it was useful. Just in case. Extranet, where you get to draw one card every time you special summon a card from your extra deck, which will be very, very useful. Now, onto the traps. Okay, so the first card is Escape from the Dark Dimension. You can target one of your banished dark monsters, special summon that target. When this card leaves the field, destroy and banish that target. So pretty much, oh yeah, and when that target is destroyed, destroy this card. So pretty much, it says when this card is destroyed, you banish your monster. It has nothing to do about if your monster is destroyed, then still banish it. And plus, this is really good for any banished monsters that you had to banish during any of those effects. Say, what was it? Oh yeah, Malefic, Red Eyes, Black Dragon, or what else? Or any. One moment. It was. Oh yeah, the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. You could just use this to get it back, which is pretty useful. So say that you banish a Red Eyes Black Dragon to get it onto the field, just use this and then get that Red Eyes Black Dragon back onto the field. So then you got Returns of Red Eyes. So pretty much with Returns of Red Eyes, you're pretty much just getting a Red Eyes monster onto the field and then targeting one normal monster in your graveyard and special summoning it. This whole entire deck revolves around the graveyard, so this is a pretty useful card, and when this card is destroyed while it's in your possession, you can target one Red Eyes monster in your graveyard and then special summon it. So either way, you still get a monster from your graveyard. Magic Cylinder, we all know that. Reckless Greed. If you can get at least 2 of these onto the field, just activate both of them at the same time, anytime. I suggest doing it at the start of your turn. So pretty much, you use these two, and then you're pretty much just drawing 4 or 5 cards, depending on what turn you use it on, and then you skip your next 2 draw phases, which is pretty useful. Red Eyes Burn. If one of your Red Eyes monsters are about to be destroyed, just use this, and then you and your opponent take damage equal to one of those monsters' original attack. Right? Let's see. Yeah, original attack. So pretty much, you just use this so you can either defeat your opponent or, just lowers their life points as much as you can, without killing yourself too. Red Eye Spirit, just special summon one Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, except Red Eyes Black Chick. And then Black Horn of Heaven, you pretty much use this to negate and destroy any special summon monsters. Alright, we will go next to the extra deck kit in a couple minutes.